Hi geeks, welcome to my channel. Today we're shopping at Trader Joe's. I can't believe how fast this summer is going. We are now at the end of July, but we still have new summer arrivals coming in, including new ice creams and savory snacks. So let's go check them out and see what there is to buy this week. Rainier cherries are back. A 2-pound container is $8.99, and I also saw they offer a 1-pound container. There's also candy snap grapes, which are supposed to taste like candy, but there was no price label on it. Champagne grapes are also back. These are soft and sweet and don't have much of a crispy snap to it, but they look lovely on charcuterie boards for $2.49. In the refrigerated section, there's a new Shropshire Blue English cheese. This is a medium-sharp, semi-firm cheese crafted in the northern UK by a team of expert cheesemakers. This offers a tangy flavor, a rich aroma, and a crumbly, easy eating texture. It's made with pasteurized cow's milk, vegetarian-friendly microbial enzyme, and annatto, which gives it its distinct pale orange hue, along with penicillium roqueforti, which gives it those blue veins throughout. This is uniquely English and funky in flavor. Crumble this over a salad or slice it in cubes and serve this with some dried fruit or fresh figs, or it melts really well over a grilled steak, burger patty, or portobello mushroom. This is $14.99 per pound. Still in the refrigerated section, the Italian tomato and burrata raviolini is back. This is a double stuffed bicolor pasta with tomato and burrata cheese filling. I did try this when it first came out and was super excited about it, but I remember it wasn't that remarkable for $3.99. Okay, moving over to the freezer section, and to go along with a fun summer theme, Trader Joe's came out with new Carnival Fun Cake Fries. This is made with a classic funnel cake batter similar to pancake batter, but it's richer. Then portion by portion, the batter is piped through an extruder and into a vat of hot oil where it sizzles and transforms into golden treats that are dippable like fries. They're crispy on the outside and soft and fluffy on the inside. Heat them in your oven or air fryer, sprinkle them with some powdered sugar, drizzle some chocolate syrup, or top them with some sliced strawberries and whipped cream, or pair it with some vanilla ice cream. This is available now through August for $4.99. There's also a new strawberry ice cream. The ice cream's paint color comes from fruit and vegetable juices, and it's not with artificial ingredients or food dyes. It's made with milk from cows not treated with RBST, which is basically a synthetic growth hormone to mimic a naturally occurring hormone in cows that increases milk production. It's designated as a super premium ice cream, which means it must have less than 50% overrun. Overrun refers to the amount of air whipped into the ice cream during the churning process, so lower overrun equals richer, denser ice cream. Trader Joe's can't reveal the exact percentage of overrun in this pint, but it's significantly less than 50%, so see for yourself if that's true for $3.79. Wildberry Cheesecake Ice Cream is also back. My apologies. Somehow I didn't get the footage of the front of the container, but here is the nutritional information. This was discontinued for a year or so, and then my guess is it was brought back by popular demand because everyone was devastated that it was gone. This includes little chunks of cheesecake squares, similar to the ones you find at Yogurtland or a frozen yogurt store in the topping bins, and this is $3.79. Trader Joe's keeps expanding their mochi flavor line. There's a new black sesame mochi. This starts with an ice cream base of milk, cream, and cane sugar and infuses it with a paste made from roasted finely ground black sesame seeds. This black sesame seed paste gives it a rich gray black hue and also brings nuttiness with a hint of savory to contrast with the flavor of the frozen sweet cream. The ice cream is wrapped up in a rice dough casing that's chewy and also has the black sesame seed flavor. Just let it thaw for a few minutes, resting at room temperature, and you get 6 pieces. I've only tried this before at a Japanese restaurant, and I wanted to give it another try to see if it's as good as I remembered, and it totally is. It lives up to its description. It has a nutty yet delicate flavor that's so creamy, slightly savory, and has the perfect level of sweetness. I'd say it's a 6.5 out of 10 on the sweetness scale. I love that this has a good chunk of ice cream in it so you can really taste the flavor, and it has a thin layer of mochi. I feel like with other brands there's more mochi and less ice cream. This is now my new favorite mochi flavor. I highly recommend giving it a try for $4.99. Ube Mochi is also back. This was my favorite flavor up until the black sesame flavor just came along, but I always pick up a box at least once during the season, also for $4.99. And the blood orange mochi is back as well. Last week I showed the new Korean Japchae fried rice, which is where I showed the nutritional information on it if you want to watch that video. I had to get it after I saw so many great reviews. It's pretty straightforward and tasted just like the flavor of Japchae, which has that classic umami flavor that's savory and slightly sweet with the roasted sesame oil flavor, which I love. It's full of veggies like shiitake mushrooms, cabbage, peppers, onions, and carrots. You could really expand this meal by adding spinach or tofu or add a fried egg on top. I didn't have time to do that, but I did add some edamame beans, which also worked. I really enjoyed this for $3.99. Moving on to more new treats, there's All the Things cookies. The base is a butter cookie. Butter is the second ingredient after flour and makes up 24%, almost a quarter of the recipe. This is a variety of fun, multi-textured things that are mixed into the cookie dough before baking, which includes cornflakes, salted pretzels, marshmallows, semi-sweet chocolate chips, and crispy rice. This is a crunchy cookie, and sometimes you'll get a bite with salted pretzel or a cluster of rich chocolate chips in it. The marshmallows have taken on an almost toffee-like candy texture, and the cornflakes and crispy rice add a lighter crisp crunch to it. I think this one will be available all year round in a 9-ounce tub, which includes about 14 cookies for $4.49. There's also a new gaggle of gummy candy. This is made by an expert confectioner in France. Each gaggle contains an eclectic mix of sweet gummy candies in a range of shapes and flavors that include cherries, octopus, fried eggs, and cola bottles, along with gummy bears to give the collection a classic feel. This comes in a hefty 14-ounce bag for $3.79. There's also new fruit jellies candy. This is made by an expert confectioner in the UK. These come in 4 fruit flavors, each derived from fruit purees, juicy peach, ripe pear, tart cherry, and tropical mango. Each bite starts with the ever so slightly crispy crunch of a lightly sugared outer layer. Then it continues with the tooth-sinking texture of its soft and smooth chewy interior. Enjoy this with a cup of tea or a bit of sharp cheese. It's also great for decorating cupcakes and other baked treats. It's available now through September for $1.99. Milk chocolate covered gummies are also back. These were new last year and were here for a limited time because I think there was a recall, but anyway, they're back this year. This is made in Sweden, and each soft and chewy gummy bear is covered in smooth and creamy milk chocolate. Okay, so I first tried these in San Francisco at an upscale market and I loved it, so I was super excited when Trader Joe's came out with it, but the gummy bear part tasted a little like cough syrup to me. Hopefully it doesn't taste like that this year, and they modified the recipe, and this is $3.99. There's also new crunchy milk chocolate sea salt thins crafted by an expert Colombian supplier. Within the world of chocolate, Colombian cocoa is celebrated for its fruity notes and relatively subtle sweetness. Here, those elements are especially allowed to shine in contrast with the sea salt and the crispy toffee-like texture of the caramelized candy bits. These individually wrapped thins are perfectly portioned for providing a mix of salty and sweet, as well as a melt-in-the-mouth texture, which gives a balanced bite. Recommended to pair with a creamy, full-flavored cheese like a sweet white Stilton with apricots, or paired with a cup of Colombian coffee to cut through the acidity. An added bonus, these are kosher and go for $3.49 a bag. Trader Joe's added another versatile, tasty topping to add to our meals: fried shallots. This is made by a supplier in Thailand who specializes in crispy fried veggies. These are crispy, crunchy, super savory, and richly aromatic fried shallots. These are great for providing a pop of texture and flavor to practically any dish. You can spruce up a salad, soup, or baked potato, or add this to a green bean casserole, or even add to sandwiches. You can also add it to tacos, or a burger, or sandwich, or as a pizza topping, and add it to dips for a little crunch and texture. You can even add this into a food processor and add it to your breading for chicken. Love that this is vegan, so everyone can enjoy it for $2.49. There's also a new Italian Aperitivo medley snack mix. Aperitivo in Italian is similar to an aperitif, which is something eaten pre-dinner to stimulate the appetite while you're socializing. This snack mix is made in Bari, Italy, and features a blend of rosemary focaccia squares, traditional taralli loops, and black olive trecci nugget bites. They're all made with extra virgin olive oil and white wine, so it's more flavorful than a plain cracker. So I had to give it a try because I love breadsticks, and these are basically breadsticks that come in fun shapes and sizes. So the squares have the texture of a typical dry cracker. The black olive nuggets or braids have a powdery finish on top and are very dry and crumbly, and the loops or donut-shaped ones have a rosemary flavor, also on the crumbly side, but less than the braids. The flavor is amazing, and it pairs really well with a mild-tasting cheese, but honestly, I didn't care much for the texture. I thought they were going to be crunchy and hard, but they were porous and crumbly and a little bit soft. They're available now through September in an 8-ounce bag for $2.29. There's also new deli sandwich potato chips, which are flavored with seasonings that have notes of smoky ham, dill pickle, sharp cheese, and zesty mustard to make it almost taste like a sandwich. 2 of my friends have reported that this has a prominent dill pickle flavor, so keep that in mind if you're not into pickles. And one of them said that it tasted similar to patio chips. These are kettle cooked, so it will be nice and crispy, which is also great for layering into a sandwich for $2.99. There's also a new hot honey popcorn. This is savory, salty, sweet, and spicy all at once. This is basically like kettle corn with a capsaicin-loaded twist. This starts with a light, airy, buttery kernel of popcorn, and the sweetness comes from honey powder, and then hot cayenne pepper brings the heat, so you get spicy notes that's rounded out with sweetness. I assume these are going to be on the sweeter side with 12 grams of sugar per serving, and this is $2.99. Popcorn in a pickle is also back at $2.29 a bag. as well as the Buffalo Ranch popcorn for $2.99. I showed the new mini pretzel twist in the last video, but circling back because I got to sample it in stores and I enjoyed it enough to purchase a bag on the spot. It's going to sound contradicting because it's kind of both hollow and dense at the same time. It has a really good crunch factor because of the thickness. The malt flavor is on the mild side, and I noticed that most of the salt is embedded in the pretzel, but there are still some salt crystals on top as well. I find that it's just slightly over the edge of being too salty for me, which is fine if you're just eating it plain, since the salt kind of takes care of it being able to stand alone on its own. If you pair it with something, I recommend pairing it with a more mild creamy cheese to balance out the saltiness, or a nut butter or Nutella is amazing with this because you get the sweetness from the chocolate and the saltiness from the pretzel, which brings me to my next point. These would make really good chocolate dip pretzels because they're so sturdy. Together for $2.69. There's also a new orange flavored espresso tonic. A local coffee shop near me actually has the same exact drink offered on their menu, which I thought was something fun and new, and now Trader Joe's carries it. This drink combines the bolder elements of espresso with the tangy, tart, and bubbly sensation of tonic water, and further enhanced with the addition of something sweet and citrusy like orange juice. This is best enjoyed chilled or over ice, and you can zhuzh it up with a lemon slice, orange twist, and a fresh sprig of rosemary or mint, and make this a fun mocktail for a summer weekend brunch. A 4-pack is $3.99, but you can always buy a single can to try for 99 cents. And finally, there's a new seasonal mango tangerine candle that smells more tangerine to me, but this would be a nice candle to light at night out on the porch or backyard for $3.99. And here's a sneak peek of new arrivals this week. Uncured pepperoni pizza for $5.99, chocolate vanilla cream sandwich cookies for 79 cents, vanilla cold foam creamer for $4.49, tropical dragon fruit drink concentrate for $3.99, and everything but the bartender mango habanero margarita for $9.99. Okay, that's it for this week. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and until the next video, ciao guys!